What is Agile? Agile methodology is a practice that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle of the project. Both development and testing activities are concurrent, unlike the waterfall model. Agile development enables teams to work quickly and efficiently by creating clear goals and a standard way of working. Your team even has the option to choose between several frameworks within the Agile project management. How does Agile works? The Agile approach basically involves a number of cycles, usually called sprints, that are designed, developed and tested individually. Simply, consider each sprint to be a miniature project having its own backlog, design, development, testing and deployment phases within the predefined scope of work. At the end of each sprint, a potentially deliverable product is shipped. In simple terms, with every iteration completion, new features are added to the main software, which results into the software growth. Let's see where is Agile suitable. The most appropriate projects for Agile are the ones with aggressive deadlines, a high degree of complexity and a high degree of novelty to them. Example of projects where Agile is suitable are maybe possible: small to medium sized software developments, product development where multiple variants are required or desirable, where the main deliverable can be broken down and produced in incremental discrete packages. There is one major consideration here though: the requirements and functions developed during each iteration must be standalone and not have major dependencies with other requirements and functions outside the current iteration. At the end of the iteration, we should have elements of product that are ready to release and deploy. If we cannot achieve that, we may not be using Agile at all. Also, anywhere you find very dynamic requirements which are able or likely to evolve per iteration could take advantage of a more agile approach. What are the advantages and disadvantages of Agile? Now let's explore some of the benefits and constraints you may run into from using Agile practices. Advantages: the project delivery is quick. New requirements can swiftly incorporate into the design, the team, and prioritizes. There is stakeholder engagement throughout the development process to review and improve the products and projects being delivered. Transparency and openness are encouraged with a focus on improvement over blame. Projects that aren't successful can quickly be contained, repaired, or retired entirely to save money. Defects and required enhancements are caught early because changes are tested over small iterations. These are picked up and added to future sprints in the sprint planning phase, or added into the backlog uh, based on importance for next delivery by the team. Teams can adapt how they work, providing a more productive and satisfactory working environment by portraying mood and highlighting issues in retrospective sessions. Documentation is less time consuming and costly because it is limited to use cases, test cases, user stories, and other artifacts over detailed project product documentation. Documentation as a result is linear and more concentrated, although admittedly less detailed. What are the disadvantages? Agile projects can be chaotic if not managed well, or if the team does not engage in the practices. Documentation can become quickly and easily out of date, where teams have little time to write it over, reducing defects. This makes it hard for the new team members to get up to speed and increases the number of duplicated conversations and confusion over why decisions were made originally. A lot of time is spent in scrums, retrospectives, sprint planning, mood discussions, and stakeholder meetings, which can strain time and money. If there is no clear end goal, scope can forever increase and with no defined measurement of success. good design is delayed in preference of quickly adding new features. This can lead to extra work in the long run because functionality that hasn't been thoroughly worked out may receive negative feedback and increase defects as more users start to use them. With the teams that are highly knowledgeable about their specific projects, members cannot always be easily replaced with low cost resources, which can be essential to keeping a project in budget. This inability to outsource can cause significant headaches for organizations with low cost thresholds. This also relates to teams needing to be entirely remote or entirely co-located, which can limit the available resource pool.